trades have happened, and
Well, one.
yeah, okay, a trade and a couple of trade rumours have happened over the Christmas period. Jordan Clarkson has left the slums of Cleveland to
First one out.
go and join Utah.
Good for him.
On Game of Zones, the Bleacher Report's excellent mini-series that they do.
The only thing good to come out of Bleacher Report.
Okay. 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 But back in the day, they had an episode where it was the Brooklyn Nets, and it was Brook Lopez and the gang all praying to be traded.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same thing with Cleveland right now, and it was like the GM at the time came out and was like, Bogdan Bogdanovic, you're being traded, and it was kind of like Kevin Love standing there going, come on, please trade me, and it's like Jordan Clarkson. He's like, damn it. But hopefully Kevin Love gets a team in the future. But Jordan Clarkson, I'm happy for him, because I've always liked Jordan Clarkson, and I don't like the Cavs, and I think he could be a really good bench player. I mean, he started all right. He's doing slightly worse than he was doing for the Cavs.
But like when you go to a team that has actual talent, of course he's going to decline.
But it's also been good for Exum, career high night the other night. And
I mean, this is his last chance in the NBA. If he feels that this is probably never going to play again.
And that'll be the last we'll ever talk about Clarkson and Exum, unless they do something crazy. Yeah.
I feel like Clarkson is that type of player who can go for 50. Like, every year there's like Corey Brewer going for 50 or like some randomer. Clarkson has that sort of potential. So maybe we'll talk about him in the future.
Doubt it. There was rumours that Russ was on the trading block.
Already?
Yeah. They quickly got hushed away by Houston representatives, but Twitter blew up and went mental that day.
How many picks did OKC get from?
The Brooklyn commentators, I mentioned them a lot, it's because I just watched the game, and they were pretty good, to be fair. They weren't overly biased, and so shout out to Brooklyn. You're doing a good job. Nothing like
a good team.
Yeah, nothing like the Pelicans commentators who are scum
and Hawks. Disgusting.
But they said, I think in the next like 10 or 9 years of the draft, we have like 15 or 17 picks.
Yeah, probably closer to 20.
Yeah, I think it was 17 picks in the next 9 drafts. And we have 2 first-round picks this year. I mean...
But we might have your pick.
Shut up.
If Griff is in the top 20, you keep it.
You'll probably just draft some power forward.
Hey, we need to draft some good players. Give me a point guard.
Nope. Yeah, but Russ isn't being traded.
Not yet.
I saw a lot of Houston fans being annoyed about the fact that he was rumored for trades, and I was like, are you not watching? You're not watching what's going on?
I think they're suffering the same sort of effects that OKC fans are witnessing. No, he's a good player, I swear. He's not.
It was so weird. You never realised how bad Russ was when he was on my team.
I always knew this would happen with you. You finally realise he was actually a bad player.
It's crazy.
But now you finally have a good point guard. You're realising how fun it is to have a good point guard.
3 good point guards.
3 good point guards.
And a great start. There was rumours, well, Kat is kind of in the same boat as Kevin Love, but not always the same. No, but he did say he's fed up with the lack of progression the team has made from 2018, which is obvious and evident.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Kat's one of those players that he'll either stay on an awful team for his whole career, or he'll be like the Cousins.
Boogie Cousins.
Yeah, I was going to say the Boogie. He's going to be like Cousins, and he'll go to like a massive team and win a ring.
I can't blame Kat, because I remember back in about 2015, 2016, after we just drafted Ben Simmons, there was a legit argument who has a better core, the Sixers or the Timberwolves, and the Timberwolves was the consensus choice. But since then, the Timberwolves are still at that same level, whereas the Sixers are contending for a championship.
But who has Rocco?
That's a good question.
Yeah, Timberwolves better.
Yeah,
Timberwolves in 5.
I can't agree with that logic.
Timberwolves in 5.
But it's just funny how different both teams have gone. And we took their best player and gave him away for nothing.
So free Kat and free Kevin Love. Kevin Love. I want this guy to go somewhere nice. He's multiple times gone into heated exchanges with the coaching staff.
It was funny
during games
on the court where he just lobbed the ball.
Yeah, on the court against OKC, he picked up the ball. Well, no, Clarkson was pointlessly dribbling the ball, as he often does, and as Channing Frye very nicely put. But we'll get on to that. And then Love came close, gave him the ball, and he just absolutely launched it at Colin Sexton. Not Colin Sexton, the other one.
Osmond.
Darius Garland.
Osmond.
I was Osmond. One of them.
But
One of the bombs.
The dumb coach, he came out and took blame for it. So basically, Love had a mismatch. He had a point guard guarding him. And so he obviously thought the coach is going to call a play for me to get easy 2 points. But then he ended up calling a play for one of the little point guards. And that was the frustration. He walked up saying, "Oh, I don't like this." Got the ball and just lobbed it at the Turkish man. So, I understand him.
Yeah, and
I guess you could say Love didn't love that play call.
I like he to make jokes. Cleveland come out and said that they weren't going to fine Kevin Love for these emotional outbursts during games.
Stupid. You need to assert your dominance.
Yeah, they're really being submissive.
Yeah.
But and they also said that there's a lack of interest in Kevin Love due to his contract and his inconsistencies.
And injury history.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really blame
You can't
him for
argue
not
with
wanting
it.
him.
But please, somebody take Kevin Love. He's Russ's mate. They were mates in college. They used to share a room. They used to stay in the same room.
But Kevin Love is acting all entitled, so I deserve to win and all that. I don't know if he said that. I probably believes it.
You've made that up.
But he's moaning about winning, about not winning. But when you look at his career, so in his 4 years with LeBron, he won most of the games, obviously. But if you take those 4 years out, was it 4 years? Yeah, 4 years maybe. Take those years out with LeBron, his career winning percentage is like 30%. So you should be used to losing. Don't start complaining now. You've done it all your whole career.
Yeah, but it's when you start off bad and then you get King James on your team. You have a good few years.
Got that taste of winning.
Yeah, and then you're like,
he's never going to have it that good
I
again.
love this winning, and then he leaves, and then go to Golden State.
He signed the contract though. He signed the contract with
Yeah,
Cleveland.
But did he sign it when LeBron was still there?
No, you knew LeBron was going, and he signed it.
Stupid move, Kevin. Stupid move.
It's your own fault.
Because a few years ago, after the whole Cleveland domination, you probably could have got somewhere good in free agency. It's your own fault, Kev.
We did get a lot of money, so who's the real winner?
Did get a lot of money.
Yeah.
But he's living in Cleveland.
That's a good point.
Andre Drummond has also been a part of a lot of trade rumours, and he actually came out the other day and said that he wants to finish his career in Detroit. Not a clue why.
Are you dumb?
Yeah,
Why would you want to live in Detroit?
Why would anybody want to live or finish their career in Detroit? And especially when you're being linked with Atlanta.
Yeah, go to Atlanta.
Yeah, because, that trade...
I mean, it's not up to him, obviously.
No, it's not.
Maybe in the summer when the contract is up there.
But Drummond to Atlanta, it's only good... The only person who wins there is Atlanta and Drummond, really. Because if you look at what that potential trade could be, it would be one of the young players that have Atlanta leaving, probably Cam Reddish.
Unfortunately.
And that kills his career.
Yeah, he is over.
That kills his career dead in the grave. Atlanta get a little bit better because they get a good centre instead of Alex Len, but I wouldn't do the trade. I wouldn't trade him. I didn't trade for him. If I was Atlanta, I wouldn't trade for him. I would. Can they afford to get him in the off season?
Yeah, they got tons of money in the off season.
No point trading away your young players and picks when you can get him in the off season and there's
no point to trade for him now because they're not going to win.
There's no point trading for him now because you're not getting into the. There's no chance you get into the playoffs. I mean, just take this season off. The cat's back.
But if Detroit can trade him and get some sort of asset for him, something would be better than nothing because they want to start their rebuild. I think now, if they can get rid of him right now, they can tank and get a good pick. I know the draft isn't that great, but I mean, having the first pick in the draft is better than having the 10th, obviously.
Obviously, Blake Griffin is probably going to retire very soon.
He's probably going to miss the rest of the season.
Another injury, that's done. But one positive coming from that is Sekou Doumbia is playing basketball.
Finally he's playing.
And he caught a body.
Yeah, he did.
Tristan Thompson, I saw a very good comment on a posted video, and it said Doumbia ruined Tristan Thompson worse than the Kardashians did. Very true.
Yeah.
Good comment. But yeah, finally playing, and like I said at the beginning of the year, in the draft, I said, this kid is special. I was watching his highlights in France, and I said, this guy, he's got something about him. he could come into this league and he could be a baller.
And of course, he went to the worst possible team.
He went to the worst possible team, but in 2 games he's played, he is balling. Well, he's played more than 2 games, but in the past 2 games he's played, he is balling.
Maybe he needs a bigger sample size before you make
No. I might have said the same about Kobe White, and he's done nothing since the first few games in the Summer League, but what a baller.